Okay, so as a New York-based company that was incorporated in 2010, we have spent our existence working on connected care solutions of one form or another. Within the US, we've spent a lot of time figuring out how to deal with structural and semantic interoperability, integrating systems, building master person indexes, dealing with privacy and consent, everything we can do to create a composite health record. And the use cases in the US have evolved a bit. We're starting to incorporate social care and social welfare data into our data set to really produce a whole person record. And I think it's in this where we see a lot of synergies between the US and the UK. Here in this market, and being at this conference, we've seen and heard a lot of talk about similar needs and needing to bridge the social and clinical cares together in pursuit of a really a whole person care initiative.
Yeah, and perhaps even to go a step further, we've really seen and heard at this conference and lived that no EPR stands alone. So even when you complete an EPR rollout, you still have your scheduling systems, you still have your lab systems, your x-ray systems, medical devices, all the things that gather around it that all need to integrate and interoperate with it. And having lived that experience across the US healthcare system, we just see, as you said, similar challenges, similar opportunities here in this health system.
Absolutely.
I think accelerating patient engagement with their own medical data, both in the United States and here in the UK, really comes down to three things. First is data quality. People won't engage with their medical data if every time they look at it it's wrong or has blanks. Second is ease of access. So we need to find ways to help patients engage with their data without going through a million walls to get there. And then thirdly, we need to make the data discrete and available in real time. People today engage with banking apps on their phone and they don't want to see the bank balance from 3 days ago. They need to see their bank balance right now. Likewise, when people wrap up a physician visit and they get home and they realize, man, I just remembered that question I forgot to ask. Let me check and see if I can. The data needs to be timely. It needs to be discrete and available.
Yeah, I would add to that, James, engaging the patient means everything, right? And not only letting a patient interact and see his or her data, but also making different services around the community available to that individual is critical. Having a system that allows a patient to go through a guided self-assessment, understand what individual needs might be and how those needs might be fulfilled somewhere in the community is a critical part of the process. And not just for them as individuals, but even for their loved ones and dependents. Well, as a US-based company, the EPR summit that we're attending now has just been tremendous because we are here, not just to share some of our experiences that we've had in the US that might translate well here to the UK, but at the same time learn from potential buyers, from government representatives, from peer vendors that we could partner with. Understanding the market and learning how we can make a difference here, I think has been the single biggest benefit of this conference.
Yeah, I would just say understanding the tone and the tenor of the NHS today in its digitization. There's this sense of excitement. I've seen so many trusts here that are so excited to do it, but then also a sense of trepidation. There's a lot of people who want to, but they're really worried what it's going to be like when they digitize and they go down this road. And just understanding that personally. And joining the EPR network and coming to this summit has really helped us engage, understand where does our US healthcare experience have meaningful translation in ways that can viably help the NHS, right? And hearing directly from the trusts so that they can inform us. It's just been wonderful.